there, welcome back to my kitchen. All right, so what I'm gonna make for you tonight are nachos, fully loaded nachos. I know you're probably thinking I just made this a couple of videos ago, but I'm gonna put a little twist on this. Lately, I think I've been eating a few too many carbs, my waistline's feeling a little bloated, so I'm gonna make cauliflower fully loaded nachos. You get all the flavor that you love in nachos, but you're actually eating healthy and it's totally keto, low carb friendly. So first I started off with cutting up one head of cauliflower. I kind of tried to keep it like thin, slices almost, to mimic like a chip. Although that's great, it's still gonna be a meal that you're gonna have to eat with a fork. It's not gonna be like a nachos where you can just grab a chip and go. You can try it, but it might be a little messy. So first things first, what I'm gonna do, I put it in a cast iron pot, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on there and a little bit of Frank's Red Hot dry seasoning on the actual, I was gonna call them chips, but the cauliflower. And then I'm gonna throw it on my Traeger grill for about 10 to 15 minutes at 350 because I wanna soften it, but I don't want it to get really soft. Like I still like a little crunch in my veggies. So I'm gonna start with that, and then once that's done, I'm gonna pull it off the grill and I'm gonna add all my amazing toppings. I'm gonna add, the best part of it is I made Chimichurri Flank steak tacos yesterday for Taco Tuesday. And I've got leftover flank steak and chimichurri, so I'm gonna cut those up nice and small and toss it in all that chimichurri sauce, and I'm gonna throw that on top of all this deliciousness. It's gonna be incredible. I'm pretty excited. But I'm gonna load it with cheese. I'm actually gonna make a cheese sauce as well to go with it. I've got jalapenos, black olives, tomatoes, green onion, and red peppers. It's gonna be phenomenal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of oil in here, just to drizzle, just to coat it. Okay, gonna drizzle a bit of this stuff. That looks good. There you have it. That's all. I'm gonna throw that on the grill and then I'll show you how I top it all. Grill's preheated to 350. I've got hickory chips in the bin there. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my cauliflower. I'm gonna let that go now for 10 minutes. I'll check after 10 minutes. It might need another 5. I'll gauge from there. I'm gonna make the cheese sauce now that I'm gonna drizzle over top of my nachos. I'm also gonna add shredded cheddar cheese because really you can never have enough cheese in any dish. So what I've got here is I've got a half cup of heavy whipping cream. I've got a 1/4 cup of Velveeta and a 1/3 cup of jalapeno cream cheese. I like the jalapeno cream cheese because it's gonna add a little zing to it. I'm also gonna add a little bit of the diced green chilies for another kick. So I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons. If you don't like heat, you can always simmer it down on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on my stovetop, which I already have started. And I've got about a 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And that's it for my sauce. I'm not using any flour or any roux just because I'm trying to keep this low carb keto. With the cream cheese and the Velveeta, this should be thick enough that it's gonna be a nice sauce. It's not gonna be watery. I'll show you the results at the end. I pulled my cauliflower after 15 minutes at 350 on the Traeger grill. They're still like raw, but that's what I want because I'm gonna throw it on with all the other toppings on top, and then it will keep cooking and it's still gonna have a nice little crisp when it's all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this thing up. I'm gonna start by adding my cheese sauce. So I showed you what I was adding into it. The only thing I did add extra was 1 teaspoon of sriracha sauce, about a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, and another 1/4 cup of Velveeta, just to get it that nice thick consistency that you want. And it tastes fantastic. It's got a little kick, but it's not overpowering. If you like more heat, then I'd suggest adding more sriracha. That's what I would do if it was just for me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just drizzle this on them nachos. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and add more cheese because, like I said, never enough cheese. Just gonna grate this on. Just cheddar cheese. I like the strong cheddar. Adds more flavor. Okay, now that I've added my cheddar cheese, I'm going to start adding some of my toppings. I'm going to add a generous amount of my chopped red peppers. I know it's not a traditional nacho topping, but we like it here. It's the more veggies you can add on them, the better, and it's good for you. So adds a nice little pop of color. So I'm also going to add some red tomatoes. It's going to be so good. Serve this with all your traditional nacho toppings like sour cream and salsa and guacamole. Oh, yum. It tastes the same really to me, except you don't have the chip. And that's okay because this is the stuff that I want. Black olives, not everybody's a fan, but if you like them, add them. They're delicious. I love them. Green olives too. Okay, done. I'm gonna add some jalapenos for a little heat. I like them. My husband doesn't, but I'll eat his. Okay, some green onion. All right, last but not least, my leftover flank steak that I smothered in the rest of my chimichurri sauce. Like, I've been picking at it just cold like this because it's so good. I never made flank steak before last night. It was my first time. I marinated for 4 hours before smoking it for 30 minutes and then throwing it on a hot cast iron for 2 minutes aside. And it turned out perfect. Like, it melted in your mouth. It was so tender. And the flavors from that chimichurri, perfect vinegar, garlic, herb flavors. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drizzle this on top. I can already smell all that garlic and herbness. It's so good. I tell you, this is a meal. And keto, low carb, no guilt. All right. I don't know if this is still a little hot, so I won't touch it. But there you have it. I'm gonna go and throw this back on my grill at 350. Let it ride. It's probably gonna take about 20 minutes. I want everything to be nice and melted and combined and all those flavors together. And then I'll show you the final product. So my nachos are done. They took about 25 minutes at 350 and they're perfect. There's a little bit of water at the bottom, but you can either drain off a little bit or wait a bit. Once it cools down, that will all turn to like a really nice cheesy sauce. It's just because I added that cheese sauce at the beginning and it's so hot right now that it's a little liquidy. But the flavors are phenomenal, and I drained off just a little bit of the liquid from the bottom because the cauliflower would have given off a little liquid too when it was cooking. But they smell and taste fantastic. It tastes just like nachos, just don't expect the chip. It's cauliflower. We can't mistake that. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some on a plate, show you kind of what it looks like. A little bit of red pop of color on the top. And there you have it. My cauliflower loaded nachos with my leftover chimichurri flank steak. Turned out fantastic. This one here, like I said, totally keto, low carb friendly. If you want to change it up every now and then and lose a little bit of the carbs, this is one you have to try. It's great as a side. It's great as a main course for us tonight. This is dinner. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more to show you.